because we didn't know that football was important or sports. No, we knew, but we had so many things to start with, which if you start with, will enable you to do other things. Like that minimum recovery I've told you, the 5 phases. Then you come to security, defense, keep the country safe. So the money you have, you put quite a bit of it there. Then electricity. Then the roads. So that when you deal with those, then you can now add on. So we shall add on all those we are talking about. We are aware, as I have told you, even sports, we are not really concentrated on it. When you see these talents who are coming up, the runners in Kapchorwa, it's mainly because of peace. Peace and this education, UPE. Children come from the villages. They are not so much really supported, but they come up because of the other little progress in peace and education, the school system. They come up. That's how we come to notice them. But we have not really gone out yet fully. The emphasis has been more on agriculture, manufacturing, those basics, so that we have the base, then from the base you can, because all those skills need food. You can't dance and do all those things you are doing, dance pakachini and all this one, when you don't have food. So we had to get you food first, then soap to wash, because there was even no soap. Then the basics. This is what we have been struggling. These are the 5. But now we have gone to phase 5 of the knowledge economy. So the more the economy expands and transforms, because we are doing 2 things, expansion, diversification, but also transformation into knowledge economy, for instance. The vehicles, I don't know whether they can, the Kira motors, all these computers, it will come. The time is coming for you people, the creative people, so that the country pays more attention to you because you have the basics. Uganda is very rich. We are not like other countries. Because if you look at the countries you like so much, like Japan, they are very limited. They don't have capacity for agriculture. They don't even have raw materials for manufacturing. Everything they import. The only thing they have is the human resource, the brains, to use the natural resources of the ones who are the Africans, because the Africans are asleep. So if they are asleep, you who is awake, use their natural resources, make products, you. So clever people. Otherwise, you cannot compare Uganda with any of those countries, with Japan or South Korea or any of them. For us, we have got even Germany. The only countries which are like us, United States, India, some few other countries, everything. Like, for us, we have got everything. Agriculture, mineral, forest products, the human resource. The only fact which is about you, the more piece, all irrelevant things, is to understand the importance of the market. The market. When you have products, where do you sell them? It's amazing to find that people, you don't talk about the East African market. And the African market. If you don't have that, how will you grow? How? Where will you sell your product? Talking about nothing, small things. Very dangerous. When I was your age, I was talking about the market. We were talking about the East African Federation. For you, are talking about, I don't know what you are talking about. Football. Yes, those are pleasure, but you must have the basics first. So we have not forgotten it is coming, to answer your question.
Thank you.
You are the ones who invited me. You are the one who invited me. When you do so at your own risk.
Your Excellency,
I
thank
can
you.
talk for ages once you give me opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mzee. I'm sure Christine had another question, but let's first give others a chance. So the next will be Osman Kawesa, billionaire. These are some of your supporters, one of your big supporters.
Thank you, my sister Natasha. Oweekitiibwa President ngenda kwogera mu Luganda kubanga message yange etuuke wansi ddala ku ground ne bavubuka bannange abali wano basobole okukitegeera. President, abavubuka bangi mu Uganda abafuluma ebweru w'eggwanga naddala mu nsi z'Abawarabu. Oweekitiibwa President, osaze magezi ki abaana abo okusigala wano nga ne bwe mugamba ogenda abroad agamba ewaka wendi wammwe?
Abaana abo tebanawuliriza bulungi okuwabula kwaffe kubanga emirimu gisangibwa mu bubondo. Obubondo kigambo kya Luganda meaning sector. Obugaga n'emirimu bisangibwa mu bubondo buna. Akabondo k'okulima n'okulunda n'okuvuba mu ngeri ekola sente ate n'okozesa ekibalo. Nabalagako wano omusajja gwe bayita Nyakaana, badde mbalaga ku ntimbi zange bwe mba ndi mu nkungaana ez'olujjudde. Nyakaana alina yekazi, alina eka emu n'obutundu 3 by'ettaka, naye kati alundirawo ente z'omu kiyumba z'amata, n'alunda n'enkoko z'amagi, ate n'akolerako n'ebintu ebirala. Bw'otwala amagi gooka atunda tray z'amagi 120 buli lunaku. Buli lunaku omumagi gooka n'afiisawo 3,000 bw'ajjako zakozeseza. Kati 3,000 ze miliyoni 9 mu mwezi. Amagoba amaze okujjako ensaasaanyi. Kati ezo ze miliyoni 18 omwaka magoba. Kati amata atunda wadde akolera awafunda naye ajja mu litres 12 buli lunaku. N'ajjamu amagoba ndowooza 6,000 buli lunaku. Ze miliyoni 1.8 omwezi. Omwaka ze miliyoni nga 2. Amagoba ate n'ebirala akola ekigimusa n'ebirala byayongerako byonna mu yiika emu n'obutundu 3. kati Uganda erina yiikazi miliyoni 40 za agriculture. Ebi byonna tubimanyi kubanga muri Dubai eyo gyemwenjeera eyo. Naye kati Nyakaana akozesa abantu 15. Ebyo byakola bizadde emirimu y'abantu 15 mu wiiki emu bakozesa n'abasasula. Kati nakibalamu nti nebo batutute ekazi miliyoni 4 gonna, nebo ofunayo ekazi miliyoni 7 zokka ne bakola nga Nyakaana bwe yakola. You are going to create, ogenda kukola emirimu 15 million obukadde. Ekitegeeza nti ogenda kufuna emirimu egisinga n'abantu abali mu Uganda wano. N'abanoonyi b'obubundamu bagenda kufuna emirimu, ate ne tusaka abakozi okuva ebweru. Naye kubanga ebiriwo ababikozesa batono, waliwo keesi ya Basangwa mbadde njiraga ku TV wano. Basangwa ali Kamuli, namusangayo bwe nali mwaka 2007 bali barwanira bwa LC5 chairperson. Bangi bona bagala kutingana. Naye bwe nagenda nembagamba nti naye kulwaki temukola birala? Nembagamba bino bye mbagamba. Twabagamba mu kalulu ka 96 twabawabula agriculture yokka, ebirala bireke agriculture yokka. Bw'oba olina ekazi 4 teekamu eka emu y'emmwanyi, eka y'ebibala, omuddo gw'ente z'amata z'omu kiyumba, ebintu biringa nga 7 okoleko ebimu oba byonna mu ekazi 4 olesi. Kati bwe nasanga bagala kutingana ku lw'akalimu ka LC5 ne mbawabula bannange mwonoona budde, mukole ebirala muve ku bwa chairperson bwa LC5. Ye n'ajjamu okulunda enkoko z'amagi. Kati buli lunaku afulumya tray z'amagi 25,000 buli lunaku. Ali wali Kamuli, mugendeyo mulabe. Buli lunaku tray z'amagi 25,000 buli lunaku ayingiza miliyoni 2. Ali wali tali Dubai, ali wano. Muyinza kuwaaba nemugenda America nemunoonya Basangwa kubanga mulidi nti ayingiza sente nyingi. Naye ali wano Kamuli buli lunaku ayingiza miliyoni 2, ze miliyoni 6 omwezi, bwe buwumbi 7 mu obukadde 2,000 omwaka. Ali wali. Kati eyali anoonya akalimu ka LC5 kati akozesa abantu 3,000. Yefunira omulimu ogugwe ate ebugagga bwe nebuzaala emirimu 3,000 bakozesa. Mugendeyo mbalaba bona bengamba. So emirimu giri wano gifattulo, naye mwe you are disoriented. Abazungu babayingizamu obutalengera ensonga ebatwala eyo gye mugenda.
I think, okay, I think what he's...
No, so that is now agriculture.
Okay.
If you now go to manufacturing, eyo mirimu nayo weeri. Then services. Onozagamba, you can see border, abana bari mu border. That is now services. Then the ICT. So emirimu ejjudde potential eriwo naye timugiraba mugireka wano ne mugenda kukola emirimu y'obuddu mu Bawarabu. Okay.
Next question is from Dada Yenyini. I don't know if that's what, I don't know what your actual name is. Can you introduce yourself?
Ghetto structures zino zibayambye nnyo okuva mu mbeera gye baalimu eyalwi bannabyabufuzi baalinga babakozesa okwekalakaasa nga babagulira enjaga n'okubawa buwalagi ne babagamba mugende mukuma ebipiira ku makubo mwokya enguudo. Essaawa eno tekikyaliwo era ndowooza olaba emyaka 5 giweddeko teri mwana wa ghetto yeekalakaasa. Pulezidenti, ekibuuzo kyange, ogenda kukuuma otya embeera eno oba okwongera otya abaana bano essente ez'okwekulaakulanya n'okubongera emisomo? Ekirala, waliwo ghettos okwetoolola Kampala mu cities endala ezitali Kampala, zo olina nteekateeka ki egenda ozituukamu? Neyanziza President.
Zonna tugenda kubanga eno PDM gye twatandika emyoga youth fund ensawo ezo zonna zaali zakugeza okulaba ekikola n'ekitakola. PDM egenda kukola bulungi ekyalinamu ebizibu bitonotono naye egenda kukola bulungi kubanga bananyini kintu bebagirimu abanaku wadde bakyabuzibwamu oluusi tebajja mu lukiiko olujjudde general meeting okulonda akakiiko ka saako akafuga saako oluusi tebajja niwajja batono nebeerondamu bokka. Naye ekyo mwena bwe mukyogerako nemugamba nti olukiiko lwa general meeting ya saako lulina okubeerawo mu nnaku lwezitiini buli muntu yena n'amanya kigenda kukola kubanga eri emabega nali sindika sente za NADS Operation Wealth Creation naye nziyisa mu bakozi ba gavumenti. Kati abakozi ba gavumenti abo nagenda kuwulira abantu eri wansi bagamba nti beegabira bokka. Nengamba nti oba beegabira bokka kati sente zizino mwekoleko mmwe. Buli muntu yena omukulu mumuluka ayingire mu saako bw'aba yagadde w'emyaka 18 okudda waggulu. Kati abo be balonda akakiiko akanaddukanya saako y'omuluka. Naye tebanakikola bulungi kikyabulabulamu, but they will learn. So n'abageto nabo tulina okubategeka mu bitundu byabwe kubanga bw'okwataganya ensawo n'ekitundu kikyanguko nga kati omuluka emiruka gimanyiddwa buli omwana n'omuluka gyava. So it is easier to check than when it is vague. Kiri eyo district wala. So we are now going to organize the ghettos in a way which is easy to monitor. And we shall put money, like we have done for the PDM, we shall put different money for all those groups. Even the churches, we shall give them money in their dioceses. The ghettos, the ones of Jinja, Mbade, Mbarara, all of them we shall support them.
Thank you, Mzee.
Kubanga sente ezo amagoba gali wansi bwe tukoleza akakadde oluvannyuma y'omwaka okomyewo akakadde n'emitwalo 6 kati bogeraganya na money lenders babadde bakuwa akakadde oluvannyuma lw'omwaka n'okomyewo miliyoni nga 6 kumpi banyunyusi n'olwekyo eno enkola egenda kukola naye mulina okwongerako okulonda ababaka abalumirwa ensonga zammwe kubanga bana abagezigezi oluusi bagezako kubanga sente zino nungi banakigwanyizi abamu bagala kuzitwala bazikozese bakola ebyabwe kati mmwe mulina okuzirwanako ate nemukolagana n'abakulembeze abalumirwa ebyammwe bemuba mulonda si bano bagenda kukola ebyabwe.
Thank you, Mzee. The next one is going to be asked by me, and I wanted us to show us a small little clip on the screen, so maybe you can organize that quickly. Precious? Yeah.
Mzee gamba bingi.
Amazina gange mbanyita Kampura Evarist kurga kuma takadariwa town council Mahane village Kamwenge district kabani Nshoma kabana iko senior 1 akafizi kabarabara mombazire habwensonga y'obworo kuna benashita mahawo bwire bucyenda kwega funo mugisha wo kugira ngende kusomera busha chenjojo kijuiga skilling center ndayo nshoma amezi 6 kasoma yo skill 2 mindset change na welding and metal fabrication kuna benargayo ndiaho mutawo no botashfitinga amaboko no izo yindikire mfuno mugisha tandika kwa na custom engineering during the construction of Katarieba Central Market. Nkora nabo saving of sente wanje mpora
Niwa yabo
custom engineering.
Nibantu kyabo.
The company is from Tororo.
Nibakola kyo.
They constructing a Katari Central Market ya Katarieba.
Okay.
Ati kuna obsento buna saving jere na gura mu machine kumara ntanditsira nkora mpora
They wanted to switch to, can we do it quickly? Is it possible? So, did you want to take off the... Then my question is, I was showing you that skilling clip to say that for me, while I was with you on the trail, I noticed that many of the young people kept saying that one of the things that they really picked up from the 6 months they went to the skilling hub, those regional skilling hubs, they would get a skill like, say, welding, like that boy, and then they talk about we're trying to switch to I can keep going? So then, hello? Then
my question is that it seems that the mindset class is very transformative in the lives of those young people, and I wanted to ask that our mindset as Africans, is it a hindrance to us as Ugandans and as Africans, and what can we do about it?
Of course, that's what I was telling you. Those children in their local language say, mindset. They don't even finish the whole sentence. They say, nasoma, bwetwaliyo, nasoma na okutunga, ate nensoma na mindset. They don't even finish the whole sentence. But what they mean, mindset change, which is taught by our UPDF officers who come there and show them that, what I've been telling you, because that's what the other Kawes, was he called Kawes? The one who was saying that, why do we go to the Arab countries to look for jobs when they are here? It is a mindset problem. Mindset meaning you don't have the spectacles to see what is available for you. And that's what they are talking about.
Okay. But what can we, how?
And that's what we were struggling with in the 1960s. That was part of the problem. And mindset, like for instance, when NRM came from the bush, the 10 points program, point number 5 was talking of the building an economy which is independent, integrated, and self-sustaining. And it is that effort, which is not fully implemented, just partially, that has made Uganda succeed. The other day, during the New Year's speech, I told you that now our export earnings are more than our import bill by more than $2 billion. We've got a surplus on the I think they call it current account, or I don't remember how they call it. So this is because of that value addition. The shirt I'm putting on is from Ugandan cotton. But in the past, this was being made in, I don't know where. But we had to insist until there was full integration through a few companies like, what is it called, the one?
Fine spinners?
Fine spinners, and then native. Now, this is the crisis in Africa. Even coffee, we're still exporting unprocessed coffee. We are struggling to add value to it. And when you export unprocessed coffee, you get $2.5 per kilo. A very good coffee called Screen 18. But when you add value, you can go up to $40 per kilo. That's how the coffee business in the world is $460 billion. But the coffee producing countries of the whole world, including Uganda, take only 20. A country like Germany, which has no coffee, earns $65 billion from coffee by using the coffee of the sleeping people. In Hamburg, you have got all the coffee processing there in Hamburg. Germany earns more from coffee than all the coffee producing countries of the world. So this is the mindset. This is the mindset change we are struggling with at the local level, at the individual people's level.
Is there a way that we can all, that more of our young people can access?
It can be in the school system. In the school system, they are beginning to introduce it. The new syllabus because the new syllabus was talking about skills. To go back to our tradition, the yoga.
Okay.
For instance, when you get a degree in what? Conflict resolution. No, what's that? What? Somebody even gets PhD. But what will you do? What if the conflicts are not there? What will you do? So you can find the education system had been derailed really it is as if it was deliberate to make Africa import dependent. Import everything, even food. So the syllabus, the new syllabus, the new curriculum, which we worked out, is attempting to send back people to skills. Yes, me, I'm a man of literature. I can quote for you Shakespeare, what Shakespeare said, how he was standing, he was looking this way, and he said this. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Museveni. It shows that you can remember things. But what are you going to eat? But I have my mwoga, I am a cattle keeper. Literature is just for interest. So that one is the one which will reorient us, which reoriented us, and that's how we manage it, and then others can also join us.
Thank you, Mzee.
To have a society of skills.
Of skills and of a self-sufficient thinking, maybe.
Yes.
Our next question is from Isaac Katende, popularly known as... that's you, right? Yes, please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Hello? Yes. Thank you, Natasha. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good morning, His Excellency.
Morning, Katende.
How are you doing, sir?
Very well.
I can see. Things seem to be going well for you. Now, just a minute, Madam Natasha, I just want to borrow just 2 minutes before I ask my question. I hope the camera is getting me well. Okay, so we are live on Kasuku Live, and I want to tell all my followers out there that welcome to the presidential edition of Kasuku Live. We came and finally we get to ask the big man our questions. So before I go any further, I would want to first shout out to my people out there. My Jaja is watching alongside my son and my wife. Mwenamba tumiddeko banaye gye muli eyo mugamba mutya. Zubeda wangambye omukulu be mutuukako nkwogereko. Ogamba otya Shalom, Frank Ntambi, nammwe mwenna abali eyo. Kansubire nti muli bulungi. So the question I have is about digital media, Your Excellency. Today I don't want to brag, but I'm one of the biggest YouTubers in this country. In real time here, we had over 10,000 people before we went off that we are watching on Kasuku Live. So that means it is something very big. For the youth, we are making money off these platforms. Like you can see, Natasha is here with her phone and a stand. And today you're talking to over 2 million, 3 million, 5 million Ugandans with all of us combined. But we have not yet seen government involvement in supporting us. We are not talking of supporting us in terms of giving us money because we are making the money. of course, courtesy of the environment the government has placed for us to be able to work. But we are seeing issues like the cost of internet is high. We are seeing platforms like YouTube being shut down. A very good example I'll give you. Today we have people on TikTok, like all of these. If you ask these people where they were 3 years ago, they were putting on suits, going to offices to ask for jobs. Today they will tell you they are able to make 3 million shillings a month and they feed their families. So we are trying to find out, how do we get the government to support the digital space? How do we get government to enhance, to understand from the things you've been explaining to us, farming and all of this? The digital space brings us closer. It connects us, the farmers, the manufacturers. But we are not seeing government coming up to tell us, or even to understand what the digital space is. Of course, people talk about digital this, digital that, but we have not yet seen someone who has come up to grasp it. Where Natasha is trying, you can see, she's putting up these engagements for us, you know, to come and talk to you. But we want the technocrats, we want you to understand that even if we are not farming, but we can use this digital space, because it has so many apps like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. People are selling items there, people are creating content on there, and they are making money, they are very okay. However, what we have received now, we see government coming up, shutting down Facebook. Some government officials are telling us we shall lock down TikTok, you know, all those things. And then we are wondering, if this is trying to solve the issue of unemployment, how come nobody is trying to come closer to us to understand how this works and to see how they can help us? That is...
I can see that Katende lives in Jerusalem, but doesn't know what is happening there. I was the first follower of that capacity of the digital. Because previously we were depending on satellite, people who were communicating by radio, by digital, electronic. We are doing so through satellite. The physics of that is line of sight. That's the physics of satellite. It's like I see with my eye, then enhanced. But it was very expensive. I don't have the details here. There was so many dollars per megabyte or so. There's something there, the way they calculate it. Is it megabyte or what? The cost. Per what? It was a lot of money. So Katende didn't know that I'm the one who worked very hard to bring the backbone, the underground network. What do you call it? Huh?
Fiber.
The internet. Yes, I am the one. I'm here. There was a problem which I were following very closely. Of course, Katene didn't know because he was comfortable in his house. But me, I was not sleeping because the undersea cable from Asia was passing through the port near, through Eden, It was passing through Eden to the Red Sea and going to Europe. And then another undersea cable was passing from Cape Town, Atlantic. So there was a gap between Eden and South Africa, which we worked with so many people. There's now undersea cable to Mombasa, to Dar es Salaam, and then underground cable from there to here now, from Mombasa and from Dar es Salaam. That's how the cost came down. The cost, you can get the figures how it came down from so much by satellite to so much now. It is much now. There was a tax there. We had put a tax. I don't remember. I think that's what you should discuss. If the technology now is there because the underground cable is there, and it is being sent to all parts of the country. You can check. I think even Arua now may already be having the underground cable. That's the infrastructure which is crucial. Now, if there are any other little issues like tax or what, that can be looked at. But the infrastructure, we foresaw that and we put it there. Now, there were attempts at fishing. Uganda is continuing because like 5 years ago, forgot about it. So we want to put discipline among them. There's no other issue. Otherwise, if they behave well, fairly, we shall open them up. We have no problem. The only thing there would have to be tax. Why the cost? I will check. Why the cost is not even lower? Does anybody here know? Wanyama, would you know? We shall find out and let you know why it is not even lower. Now, recently, I have been in talk with Elon Musk. He has been telling me that his satellite, it's called Starlink, that when I allow him to come here, although it is satellite, because satellite was expensive, that's why we last mile. There's also something about, they say there about the person, the customer, direct to the customer. So we are studying that. We shall, if it is true, we shall allow Elon Musk to bring his satellites here. If they can make that digital connection cheaper than the underground, then we shall. I became aware of this long before Katenda was born. When were you born? When were you born?
I was born 6 years after you came.
At that time,
No, 4 years.
4 years?
Yes.
1990?
Yes.
Yeah, because when I visited China, 89, that's when I negotiated with what was the company? The one which did the internet? Huawei. That's when I negotiated with Huawei. So we are aware of all of that.
Let's first get some others and then we can come back. Okay? Thank you so much. Kasuku is a big internet personality. Mzee, I'm saying Katende is a big internet. These are big internet personalities. All of them you see here. Mm-hmm. They have very interesting.
I'm very lucky to be.
Yes, indeed.
In the presence of such powerful people.
Yeah. Our next question will be from Mr. Simon Kaheru.
Thank you, Natasha. Your Excellency, First of all, thank you for having us and giving us all this time. My question is pretty simple, and you've already started touching on it. I'm here on behalf of the East African Business Council. So my focus is private sector and regional. And I'm interested in you giving the young people a message around the NRM ideology being built on Pan-Africanism and your consistent championing of regional integration for economic reasons. Even today, you have spoken about it. But many of these young people, not only the ones in the room, but even the ones out there, do not make the link between regional integration, the production that has increased with Ugandans coming into the money economy, and the opportunities, direct and indirect, that they can receive. So we'd be happy for you to give them a detailed message around those opportunities. Thank you, Excellency.
This is where the Africans are in big danger if you don't wake up, your generation. Because there are two issues. Prosperity. Where does prosperity come from? Prosperity comes from a wealth creator like myself. Me, I'm a wealth creator. I'm not a parasite. I'm a cattle keeper. And I'm a grower of bananas. But when I grow bananas and I keep cows and produce milk and produce beef, the Banyankore don't buy from me. Why? Because the Banyankore also have their own milk, their own beef. They don't buy from me. The ones who buy from me are the people of Kampala. So that's why me, I am a lover of Uganda. Because Uganda is the one which is crucial for my prosperity. You can see my cows there. In Jaja, Bastadeo. Now, they are the ones who buy my milk, who buy Uganda, Kampala, are the ones who buy my beef, who buy my milk, who buy my bananas. And that's why I say patriotism, love Uganda. Other people say love Ankole, love Buganda. I say, yes, I love those, but Uganda I need it more than any of those. Because it's the one which will support my prosperity more. But then, because I'm a big producer and other people are producing a lot, we are